This is JJ Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing the Nerf and Strike Elite Stratobow. Included with the blaster are 15 Elite darts and an instruction sheet. As you can see, I'm filming outside, different from what I usually do. This is because of the size of this Stratobow. It's kind of hard filming a review with my usual setup. Anyway, let's get started. So as you can see, the Stratobow is certainly different from your typical Nerf blaster because, as you can see, it is a bow. That's really cool, although it's not very unique because Nerf has been releasing a lot of these bow type blasters. So I really like the looks of the Stratobow. It has a very strong sci-fi look to it. To me, it looks like it belongs to some sci-fi video game, so I think it looks really cool. And holding it is quite comfortable. They've made the handle here nice and large for really any sized hand. So to function the Stratobow, load 15 darts into this clip here, pull it all the way back and pull the string back and release the string to fire. So this does actually function like a real bow in the sense that you have to actually quickly release it, because if you pull it back and then slowly release it, it's not very fast. An example is where you just go like that. The dart doesn't really fire properly, so you have to actually make sure you quickly release it. Also, you'll notice every time you pull the string back, this clip here ascends, and it does that because the dart obviously has to line up with the plunger so you can actually shoot the dart. Unfortunately, I can't say all 15 darts fire out of the clip. What ends up happening is you'll fire a whole bunch, but then you'll notice that you still have 3 that didn't launch out properly. This can be really frustrating when this happens because if you want to fire those darts out, you sort of have to line the darts up with the plunger. For instance, in this case, I have to try and figure out where the plunger is, and I'm sort of missing it. I got that one there. So it's really frustrating when this happens, and usually what you have to really do is probably have all of them together, pull it down, then do that. Although mind you, I've watched some other reviews, people haven't noted this issue, so maybe my Stratobow is a lemon, I'm not too sure. But I suppose if you do get this blaster, don't be surprised if you get this issue. Another big issue with the Stratobow is that every time you pull this string back, it sort of whips your wrist. I mean, it doesn't hurt a whole lot, but if you keep on doing it, it starts to get really annoying and you'll soon see a big red mark. So this is a really annoying thing. I mean, there are ways around it. You can hold the blaster a different way like that. That's not really convenient, is it? Or you can sort of, when you pull this string back, you bend it in a certain way so that it doesn't hit back on your wrist. There are ways around this, but this is still an annoying little thing. So now onto the range test. Although I had a lot of Nerf darts that just popped out of a blaster, they didn't reach very far, less than 10 feet. I had quite a large grouping of Nerf darts around 44 feet to 48 feet. So that's around 13 meters 50 to around 14 meters. So that's really not bad, and really on par with probably most Elite blasters. I even had another bit of a grouping where some Nerf darts were around 62 feet to 65 feet. So that's around 19 meters. So that's really not bad. If I had this blaster angled properly, I'd probably be able to reach about 21 meters or something. So that's not too bad from the Stratobow. So would I recommend purchasing the Nerf and Strike Elite Stratobow? Probably not if you're planning to use it on the battlefield, because generally bows just don't work in Nerf wars for obvious reasons. For instance, you know, you see an opponent and then you line up your shot and then you realize, oh no, he's too far away, but you still have to fire the dart. Just little things like that. Also with bow blasters, the darts seem to veer off more. They're a little bit more inconsistent. If you're saying, oh JJ, but bows are my thing, you know, I really like using them and stuff. I don't know if I could still recommend this in a Nerf war because, as I said, you have other little problems such as darts not all firing properly, although this might still just be a problem with my blaster or maybe grey triggered versions. I'm not too sure, I'm just letting you know. I suppose it is the best bow blaster out there because of its high capacity, but I personally would find this really frustrating to use, and also how it whips your wrist. But if you're looking for a fun blaster, I mean, this is a lot of fun to fire around. You know, you'll feel like Legolas just constantly, you know, shooting. I really like that, and you don't really get that with the other bow blasters because it's usually just one shot. But this is worth comparing to the Mega Thunderbow if you're looking for the more fun aspect of it. I think the Mega Thunderbow could be more fun because Mega darts are just more fun to fire. It's really up to you what you prefer. Do you prefer a larger capacity or do you prefer Mega darts? So it's really up to you. I purchased this on sale for $25, which I think is a pretty good price for it. If you see a price like that and you're interested in this blaster, I'd say go ahead and get it. It's usually around 40 Australian dollars. I think it's a little bit pricey, but then again, it really depends how much you like the blaster. But I'd always recommend seeing it on sale for about $30 or something like that. Well, anyway, I hope you benefited from this review, and thanks for watching JJ Reviews.